Hello, hello. Hope you're doing well. I'm recording a video in my car today because, well, it's kind of a long story, but I made a video last night and my microphone actually died while I was in the middle of my video, so there's no audio for most of it. And, you know, when we're trying to progress and trying to stay consistent, you're going to run into setbacks and inconveniences like that, where you did what you needed to do and it just didn't work out the way that it was supposed to. Your microphone died, or you got to the gym and you're in the middle of a workout and your ear pods died, or you had to leave early due to an emergency. Sometimes you take the right steps and you do the right thing and you still have setbacks. And that's what this video is going to be about today. It's about giving yourself grace despite the setbacks and focusing on the wins. When you're grinding, trying to become successful, trying to push yourself, it's so hard to sometimes stay consistent, to keep making videos, or to keep getting to the gym, or to keep showing up to work early, or to keep reading a chapter a day of a book. And it's so frustrating and demoralizing sometimes when you get yourself geared up to do what you need to do, and you get to the gym or you're in the middle of reading and then something comes up and it knocks you off course. But there's still wins to be had despite all of that. And you have to give yourself credit. Sometimes the hardest part is to actually get started. So if you're training yourself to get started, and to still show up to the gym when you're not feeling well, or to still make that video, whatever it is that you're working on, if you were able to at least get started and then something came up in the middle of the process of what you were doing, there's still a win to be had. Don't sabotage yourself and your progress. Don't talk negatively about yourself or to yourself. Be hard on yourself, for sure. Push yourself. Don't give yourself excuses. But life is going to come up. There's going to be setbacks. Anything that can go wrong normally will go wrong. And there's lessons to be learned. I should have charged my microphone last night, or prior to last night. But I just thought to myself, it's not going to die. Well, sure enough, it died. It's fine. And then by the time I realized it, it was extra late at night, and I thought to myself, man, I really should re-record this video. And it was late, and I was exhausted. I've had a long day and a long week, so that's why I'm here making this video right now. What else? So, excuse me, I got a call on my work phone there for a moment. So, be patient with yourself. Keep pushing yourself. The other message that I have is you're not always going to be feeling like grinding or feeling like doing the work. It's really tough sometimes, and it's really important to just show up and do what you can, especially when you're not feeling well, because you're training yourself to understand, hey, I'm not giving myself excuses. Maybe I won't be able to put up extra reps at the gym today. Maybe I won't be able to have a mind-blowing workout or put out some Herculean effort in whatever I'm doing, but I'm just going to go and do what I can do. For example, I was out of town last week, and I went on a little vacation. I've been burned out. I thought that I would come back refreshed, and I came back just as tired, if not more tired, than before I went on that vacation. And sometimes that's what happens. You got to be really patient with yourself and understand the fine line between giving yourself more rest and pressing on. That's listening to your body, and it's an art. It's a very delicate art, because you don't want to give yourself excuses too easily. You don't want to give yourself the easy way out, but also you don't want to push past exhaustion for too long, because you can ultimately end up way more burned out than you originally would have been, and then you'll really sabotage your results and your progress. That's just something that comes over time. I would definitely recommend first building up your practice of discipline, and then once you've got your discipline built up and you understand that you're not somebody that makes excuses, you don't take the easy way out, then you can start affording to kind of hit the brakes a little bit and pause. Anyways, so I got back from this vacation, and there's two things that happened since then. Number one, I had fallen off. I didn't make a video for around 5 or 6 days. I try to make a video every day if possible, but life is busy and crazy, and I can get burned out just like anybody else, and I often do get burned out. Well, I made this video, and I wasn't feeling good. I didn't have my microphone on me, my gimbal, anything like that, but I made the video anyways, and I was like, nobody's probably going to watch it, but we'll see what happens, I guess. Well, it turned out it didn't get a lot of views at first, and I knew it wasn't my best work, but I'm just trying to stay consistent and keep putting material out there. You never know who needs to hear it. Well, somebody dropped a comment on there basically saying something along the lines of like, wow, I really needed to hear this. And that's something that I want to touch on. Is first off, that comment made my day, and you never know what you're going to run into by just contributing every single day. Sometimes it's not about what you get out of it. It's about maybe somebody else needs to hear this. Maybe somebody else needs this information. I'm not doing these videos for me. I'm doing these videos for you and anybody else that needs to hear these messages, because there was a lot of times when I was growing up and I was a lot younger when I really needed to hear positive, encouraging messages and needed somebody to look up to, and I didn't really get that or have that. That's why I do these videos. And for me to know that even when I'm not feeling well, even when I feel like my video sucks, that it actually makes an impact on other people, that keeps me going. And if I was to make an excuse and just say, I don't feel good, this video is going to suck, whatever, just imagine if I didn't put that video out. That person wouldn't have seen that video, and they wouldn't have been impacted or motivated to leave a comment and maybe to keep pushing through on what they had to do that day. Another thing, I play softball on Wednesday nights, and it's the same thing. It's like I wasn't feeling well, and I was really sore, and I was sick, and I was burned out from my time off work and vacation and pushing extra hard in the gym. I didn't feel like going to the game or games that I had, but I went. I went anyways. It's a commitment. I don't make excuses on commitments. So I ended up going, and while I was warming up, I'm like, man, my body is so sore because I've been pushing hard in the gym and stuff like that. And I'm like, wow, I'm probably going to be slow today and not really do that well. Well, it ended up being the opposite. I had one of the best softball nights of my life. I got a hit every single at bat. I was 8 for 8. And if I would have just skipped or didn't go because I didn't feel well, I would have missed out on the best night of my life as far as like softball goes. But I didn't skip out. I showed up and I worked and I grinded and made a big impact for my team, myself, and that's a great feeling. So you never know. Michael Jordan had the flu and he dropped like 50 plus points in a playoff game. You never know. Just don't cop out. Don't make excuses. Show up, do what you can, and do the best you can. But always show up. So yeah, that's the messages that I have for today. Is always show up, do the best you can. Sometimes you're not going to put out your best work product. You're not going to have the best workout. Just do the best you can and focus more on showing up and training yourself to always show up, to always put some type of work in. The future is coming no matter what, okay? Tomorrow is going to come. A week's going to come. A month later is going to come. A year is going to come. 5 years later. 10 years later, it's all going to come, no matter what. And if you can stack up every single day and do a little bit of work towards your future, every single day, even just the smallest thing of working towards a better future and investing in yourself, investing in your team, your work, your people around you, your friends, your family, if you're putting some type of work and effort and passion in every single day, I promise you that that future, that tomorrow, that next week, that next month, that year, it's going to be so much better than if you didn't. And it's really important to not get wrapped up in kind of the really short term or short sighted views. You have to think of this stuff long term, and don't focus on the long term. Don't think about your 10-year plan all the time. Think about today and what you can do today. You don't have to go and do 1,000 reps at the gym today, but show up. You may only have a half hour. Just show up a half hour every single day. It's still going to make a giant difference. So, read a chapter of a book every day. Read a few pages, whatever it is. Just always invest in yourself and always invest in your future. I promise you, it's going to pay off. The time is going to pass either way, and it's just so crucial. Don't give yourself excuses. Don't give yourself excuses. That's my message for today. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please feel free to subscribe. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Drop a like. You know, I love to hear when people actually listen and actually grab some information. And I just love to hear comments kind of about what people are thinking. So appreciate you for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you on the next one.